What if you could stay productive even when you feel like doing nothing? Not by powering through with toxic hustle, not by waiting for some magical wave of motivation, but by building quiet, repeatable systems that work even when you don't want to. That's what we believe at the Soft Discipline. We don't wait for motivation. We design for motion. Today you'll see how Ethan, an ordinary guy with ordinary energy dips, turned his low-energy days into micro-victories. He didn't overhaul his life. He built rituals that carried him forward, one low-effort action at a time. Let's break down each of those habits and how they make you unstoppable. The 3 minutes rule, starting without commitment. It's 8 a.m. Ethan's groggy. His brain's fogged up from sleep, and the couch looks better than the keyboard. He's not feeling it. He doesn't pretend to. Instead, he leans on a tiny rule. Just 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes of movement. 3 minutes of writing. 3 minutes of attention. He's not trying to win the whole day. He's just opening the tab, typing a sentence, hitting play on the workout video. This tiny shift kicks in a cascade. Activation energy gives momentum, gives progress, gives dopamine. Because dopamine isn't a reward for completing a task. It's your brain's signal that you're making progress. Ethan doesn't chase a finish line. He just starts the engine for 3 minutes. The microenvironment reset. Make laziness hard. Ethan's apartment looks calm. Clean desk, closed tabs, phone not in sight. Why? Because he doesn't rely on discipline to beat distraction. He designs his environment so that laziness has nowhere to sit. His default workspace only shows him one thing: his next action. No visual clutter, no dopamine traps, just clarity. He makes the easy thing the right thing. He makes the wrong thing inconvenient. His mantra: if it's out of sight, it's out of impulse. He's not stronger than temptation. He's just smarter about how close it gets. The unsexy checklist. When energy is low, structure wins. On sluggish days, Ethan doesn't try to figure out what to do. He reaches for his bare minimum checklist, a tiny list of things that move the needle. It looks something like this. Open laptop, write 1 idea, send 1 message, review 1 task, and breathe for 1 minute. That's it. He's not aiming for greatness. He's aiming for continuity. The checklist takes decision fatigue off the table, and it keeps his identity intact. I'm someone who shows up, even when I don't feel like it. That's the power of low-friction rituals. They don't ask for your best. They just keep you moving. Accountability anchor. 1 message that keeps you honest. Every morning, Ethan texts a friend 1 thing he's doing today. The friend does the same. No check-ins, no spreadsheets, just 1 task. That simple exchange triples his follow-through rate. Why? Because social accountability hits hard. MRI scans show that social rejection activates the same brain regions as physical pain. So when you make a promise, especially out loud, your brain treats it like a survival priority. If I don't follow through, I lose trust. That stings. And that sting becomes fuel. The what would future me do trick. Around 2 p.m., the slump hits. Ethan's eyes drift. His motivation dips. The bed calls. But instead of asking, "What do I feel like doing?" he asks, "What would future me thank me for?" This one question rewires the moment. It zooms him out of short-term emotion into long-term identity. It's a mental judo move, from craving to character. He's no longer choosing for now. He's choosing for the version of himself he's building. Low motivation, nutrition, fuel without the crash. Here's a habit most people ignore on low energy days. Ethan eats like a strategist. Not sugar, not snacks, but protein, fats, and slow carbs. Eggs, avocados, oats, leafy greens, and water, not caffeine overload. Why? Because focus isn't just mental, it's metabolic. Blood sugar spikes equals emotional crashes. Stable fuel equals stable attention. Ethan doesn't treat food as comfort. He treats it as mental architecture. Momentum mornings. Win early, win more. Before Ethan opens a browser tab or checks a notification, he creates. He writes a sentence, or journals for 5 minutes, or sketches a wireframe. This isn't about being a morning person. It's about starting the day in output mode, not input. Because the first task of the day sets your cognitive rhythm. Start with reaction. You stay reactive. Start with creation. You build momentum. 1 early win tells your brain, this is who we are today. Energy, by subtraction, the stop doing list. Most productivity advice adds more to your plate. Ethan flips that. He keeps a stop doing list, and it's always more powerful than any to-do list. Here are a few of his stops. No multitasking between tabs, no email before deep work, no work without water nearby, no talking down to himself when he slips, no consuming before creating. Why does it work? Because energy isn't just added, it's reclaimed. Every unnecessary action you cut is a power-up for what really matters. The recommit ritual. When you fall off, come back fast. Ethan isn't perfect. He misses habits, loses momentum, drops the ball. But here's the key. He never lets a miss become a mindset. His ritual, he writes, one sentence. I'm still the kind of person who, that's it. It's a pattern interrupt, a soft reset, a return to identity. He doesn't spiral. He doesn't beat himself up. He recommits, because progress isn't about staying on track. It's about returning to the path faster every time. No 0 days. Micro wins that keep the streak alive. Some days are wrecked before they start. Life intrudes, sleep fails, chaos wins. But Ethan still checks one box, even if it's tiny. One push-up, one sticky note, one breath with intention, one idea in his notes app. Why? Because the brain loves streaks, and streaks create identity. No 0 days doesn't mean perfection. It means presence, even on the worst days. So the bottom line is, you don't need more motivation. You need fewer blockers, fewer decisions, and systems that run without your mood's permission. Be like Ethan. Low effort, high return, quietly consistent. That's what makes you unstoppable. If you've ever had a low motivation day and still showed up anyway, you're already winning. Drop your favorite ritual in the comments. And if this helped, give it a like and subscribe to The Soft Discipline, where consistency beats chaos and progress feels like peace. See you next time.